Hi everyone, welcome back to the build. We've had a wood delivery, so our ply has arrived. We need to finish off the slide out bit, so we'll cut some wood for that. And then we still need to cut wood for like the seats and the kitchen. So yeah, we'll just get on with cutting a load of wood first of all today. So for the slide out part of the bed, we're adding 12mm ply. So what I'm doing now is just measuring at 12mm down from the bottom of the slide out parts, and we're going to add a piece of wood at the back and at the front, and then the ply will just sit on top of that. Okay, so we've attached the two bits of wood with our brackets that we usually use. So now I'm fitting the sheet of ply on top. That sits nicely inside the bits of wood at the side there. We are going to be adding some holes into the ply, so both the bottom bit and the top bit. It will just make it more lightweight and breathable. And now that we've got this on and pulled out, you can really see how big the bed is.
Alright, that's looking good, and now we're going to be using this to cut holes in the bed, which will allow air to flow a bit more freely. And we'll just use a tape measure to split it into 4 different sections so we can spread the holes out evenly. Yes, I don't know if you can see clearly, but I've made a rough checkerboard pattern on the bed. Yeah, that'll just give us a bit of an indication of how to space out each of the holes. Alright, that was the last, that was the last one. And this is what it will look like. We're not going to screw it down just yet, because it's going to be easier just to like get underneath when we need to do all the electrics, just to get it out of the way, move it out of the way. So yeah, we're not going to fix it down yet, but yeah, it's looking decent. Right, so let's get cracking on cladding the rear doors. In the last video, you would have seen us gluing it all together. So now we just need to cut around the edges of the door. And then once that's done, we can get them stained before we screw them to the door. That's the realities of trying to get things, you know, to fit. So with this bit of the door, so this is fine, but then when it comes under here, we've got a bit of ply behind the tongue groove, and you can see where the tongue bit is. It comes to the same length as that bit of ply. So when we want the tongue to fit in the groove, it's not happening because we've got that bit of ply. So yeah, we need to chop that bit out. And we're using a bread knife. Alright, now to put the cladding on the door.
Okay, so that's both the doors done. They are looking really good. We did already oil them, but we just gave them the one coat, so hopefully that will be okay. Next thing is onto the upper cupboard doors. We need to finish painting them, and then when our fabric arrives we can put them together.
Alright, so we've been inspired by a couple of builds lately, and what we're going to do, so these are the front doors, so the upper cupboards, and what Tash has already done is mark out with pencil just a rectangle that we're going to cut out, and then what we're going to do is put some material in the front, so they're going to be a bit more breathable because they're going to have our clothes in. So what we're going to do is drill a hole in the corner, get the jigsaw in, and cut these rectangles out. And we've got 8 of these, so let's go. Right, cool. So there's one. Obviously it needs a good sand. This one still needs to be painted, and then another 7 to go. Alright, that's the first coat on all of them. We're going to leave them to dry, and then the material should be arriving tomorrow. We've done a second coat of the cupboards, and we've done a third coat. And now we're in the van, and we're giving the cupboards up here a second coat. And painting is the worst job, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's so boring. Painting is so boring. It needs to be done. But yeah, we've done 3 coats of the cupboard doors, but I think for these we'll just do 2.
Yeah.
We still need to do that down there. But we've done that up there, and then yeah, once that's dry, the materials arrived, so we're gonna staple that onto the back, and you'll see what we've done.
Our material has now arrived, which is for the cupboard doors. We were originally just gonna have them plain white, but then we saw in a couple other van builds that they actually had like some material in between the door, so we've gone for that as well. These are actually placemats, so I've ordered 8 placemats because we've got 8 cupboards. It's like a beigey colour, so it goes with our colour scheme. It's great because it's woven, so it's actually got little holes in there, which means we'll get more ventilation, which is obviously good. And also it makes the doors more lightweight. And now we're going to go staple them to the backs of the doors.
All right, welcome to Tash's upholstery / craft room. You can see we just keep a lot of like van supplies, and Tash does yeah, she does like a lot of upholstery and macrame. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. And yeah, so we're going to be using the air compressor to hook up the staple gun and staple the, what are they, mats?
Yeah, placemats.
Cool, placemats onto the cupboard doors. Let's go.
It's going to be very loud right now while it builds up some air pressure. Okay, so I've got 10mm staples and we got 12mm wood, so that'll be fine to attach that. If you've seen our previous videos, you would have seen that we actually attached the bubble foil using the staple gun as well. I've put the placemat on the back of the door here, so now I'm just going to staple it all in place. I'll start with one on each side and then pull it nice and taut as I do it. So now that I've got one staple on each side, I'm just going to continue going round until the whole thing is nicely secured. Okay, looking good. Now just 7 more to go.
It's looking alright, isn't it?
Yeah, I love it.
So we've yet to buy any handles. We're thinking of getting like a bar that sits across here and then maybe like wrapping it in twine or rope or something like that. But yeah, I think it's looking pretty swish. Cool, so that's that done. We're gonna leave it here. Thanks for watching. Hope you liked the video. Subscribe if you want to see future videos. See you on the next one. Bye.
Bye.